everyone, welcome to part 6 of our Telecaster build series. Now, if you've been following this series, you've been wondering when part 6 was going to come out. We've been wondering when part 6 is going to come out as well. Man, this guitar project has been setting up, I guess, but on the shelf at the same time. It's been a busy 3-4 weeks in a row here at the shop. So we've been trying to come and play this guitar every so often. Strings are on. We have some basic stuff done to it. I guess we'll just start off the bat, Marco. How do you feel about the guitar where it stands right now? Maybe we'll get into the nitty gritty of some stuff we found that popped up during the initial setup, and let us know how you feel about it.
Well, I do try to give it a few little strums every time I walk out before the shop through one of the different amps just to kind of see what is happening, because out of all of them it seems to be the most striking for me just right now. Just that color blue is very come play me. So it's really, I don't know, I think it's really comfortable as far as the neck and the body, and it is set up right now maybe with, you know, like a little bit more relief, I think. So it plays really comfortably up here, but it kind of starts to kind of choke out as you get up front. But we kind of wanted to get it together and, you know, just see what it was wanting to say. And every guitar is a little bit different, you know, like you could set all guitars to the same measurements and they would all, you know, be sitting a little bit differently. So.
Yeah, definitely. And we got tension on the neck, and that started doing some different things. I felt like it held up pretty well. We put 10s on it, so it wasn't like we were going straight to 12s or something like that. But we put a lot of tension on the neck, and it definitely felt like some things were starting to pop up. I noticed around the 10th fret on the D string and a little bit on the G, there was a high fret that kind of, you know, I went through the whole neck and kind of did the fret rocker at the beginning, and I felt like it was pretty close. That's kind of a dead spot. I know what you're saying about kind of up higher. So we are looking at this project now, seeing that there's some work ahead of us. We've got some things that we want to tweak on it. But what we did kind of in between the last video and this video, we cut the nut down. We used the Music Nomad nut files, which I highly recommend them. They're fantastic. That was my first time using those. Actually had to steal your files to do it, but man, they're great. They're great files. They use their little nut height gauge. It's actually really kind of dummy proof, which I was really happy about. You can kind of put the, and I'll show some shots of this, but you can kind of put the feeler gauge in there and kind of cut to that feeler gauge to kind of get your correct nut height. We kind of set the intonation. We added the knobs. We relic the knobs that we bought. We had to wait a little bit longer for some nickel knobs, like I know we talked about in the earlier videos. You have to have nickel to do the relic treatment. We added the string tree, which I got almost dead straight. That was kind of nerve-wracking to kind of put the string tree down, but really before we intonated, I want to get the string tree down to get the true break angle of at least the high strings. I haven't decided if I want to put another string tree on. I know some Teles have one and some have two. So as far as just maybe, we'll get into the pickups here. We'll share some sounds of the pickups. We're doing this out in the showroom today, so you're going to hear kind of just a raw guitar amp video here in a minute of how the pickups sound. Again, we did the Alnico 4 custom set. Maybe just share your quick thoughts on that pickup set in general.
Yeah, I think it's a really standout pickup set. I think Alnico 4 has a rather percussive quality that lends itself very well to like what the Teles are doing. We did kind of overwind the neck, or I'm sorry, the bridge a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
So the neck is a little more subdued than the bridge, and you know, we're kind of like, what? You know, something that we were not necessarily anticipating. But so, you know, that's kind of the fun part of mixing and matching and, you know, seeing what kind of combinations you can get. But I think the middle position has this really cool sound to it that, you know, just by rolling off your volume, you can get such a really nice, well-rounded, clean sound, I think.
Yeah, and I do feel like the guitar is super resonant. There's a lot of vibrations going on, and I think that's contributing to some of what we're hearing from the set. And also the set is completely different from what I'm used to. Maybe you've been doing a little bit more dabbling in Alnico 4, you know, rod magnet stuff, but it's different for me, so that's been kind of interesting to try. It definitely has a really broad sweep. I think the bridge is really punchy and rocking, and we kind of generally set the pickup heights, and so punchy. That's the buzzword, but it really does feel that way. Like it really kind of jumps out at you. But right now, it definitely feels like there is a broad spectrum, which I kind of like. I don't feel like it's too neutral. I feel like there's a good neck sound. Like you said, the middle sound is really fantastic, all the way into the bridge. And so I think that's kind of where we've been sitting, just playing with the pickup sets. This one, we've other pickup sets in the past, we've really spent quite a bit of time just kind of playing and, like you said, walking past it, plugging it in, and being like, okay, this is where I'm feeling this pickup set today, and that's been kind of fun, like, to just try new stuff. So I think we should show everyone how the pickup sets sound. Maybe just a quick. We're literally going to kind of set up the. We've got a car going by here, but we're literally going to set up the camera just on a mic. We're not going to mic the cab or anything. This is kind of just a dry pickup test to kind of show you guys how these pickups sound. We talked about maybe releasing these at some point as a special edition. I don't know that we've had any more conversations in that realm, but that's something we want to do maybe as a as a future custom shop product potentially. But let us know what you think of these pickups. We are going to do probably a part 7, maybe even further into this series. Now that we found some surprises with the high frets, we're probably going to show that. We're going to show working some of those issues out. But we've got the basic radius, we've got the basic intonation done, we've got kind of this guitar where it's a little bit playable, but I don't think, at least I haven't spent more than just like 10 minutes here and there on it. So I'm curious to just how it would hold up over the course of like, 30, 40 minutes of playing or band practice, or I don't know if you've taken it to band practice at all.
And not this one yet, so but maybe now I'll maybe try and stress test it, so to speak.
Yeah, just give it a little bit more, because that's kind of the next thing where it's like, how can it handle some of those changes and kind of just, I think when I first kind of did the initial setup, I did kind of the old pulling on the strings and really stretching them out, kind of trying to see if it settled in pretty well. And I feel like it's still not quite there. I'm overall pretty happy with the neck, but there's still some things like kind of keeping me up at night, I guess, with the fret, because it's right into place that I play all the time. So I just keep hitting this dead fret. But we're going to show you how this thing sounds, and thanks so much for following this build series. If you have any more things you'd like to see on this specific guitar, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But we're going to jump right into the playing and finish out with just playing so you can hear how this guitar sounds.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Also, but real quick before we go, something is also in the works right here. Ooh, goodness.
So there may be another project coming down the pipe.
Yes. So stay tuned, guys.
A little teaser for you at the end. Thanks, guys.